Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the inaugural Weighted to Win show, the Saturday morning express show for your own sake to get into the winning queue and hopefully secure that pick six. I got some of South Africa's greatest tipsters in, of course, Darryl Maree. You'll all remember him, and Daryn Burroughs has become really popular nowadays as well. It's good to have you boys on the show. Good morning. Firstly to you, if I may say, Daryn, how's the weather in the Cape?
Lovely weather in the Cape.
Beautiful. And yeah, Darryl, how you been doing? Haven't seen you in a while. All good your side?
Yeah, hopefully the restrictions are going to release further and we'll get to see you back on course soon, Clyde.
Hope so. Good. You boys in form at least. I hope today is the day, eh? You're still tipping winners, I take it.
Well, you're only as good as your last tip, and let's see how we feature on our debut today, and we're certainly going to be trying to steer the viewers in the right direction on Weighted to Win.
Okay, well, it's classic day. There's a R1 million pick six carryover. So I believe they're predicting a R5 million pick six pool. So there's all good reason to get into the pick six today. And we'll try and figure out whether it's we can catch it. How do you play it? Is it a big perm, smaller perm? What do you do? We'll start straight up with race 4. First leg of the pick six. Let's get into it. The Welwitschia fillies and mares handicap. Normally fillies and mares handicap. Darryl, you normally look to load those type of races. They normally do look open. How do you see the first leg of the pick six?
Yeah, Clyde, you don't really want to go out in the first leg of the picks with such a big estimated pool of R5 million. So we've decided to load up in this leg. But if I had to shortlist for the Weighted to Win viewers, I'd go with number 2, Lady Amherst. In her last start, she actually gave 5 kilos to a very decent up-and-coming filly. So that caught my eye. And in her penultimate start, she had Netta right alongside her, who came out to win a very competitive race in her next start. So I think she's definitely the filly to beat. Healthy respect for number 4, Making a Scene, who's back in her own sex company. And the Terry stables come to form. And then number 6, All Aglow, who's very unexposed and could possibly be more effective over this trip. And with racing experience, she's only going to get better. But we've gotten wide in the first leg. If I had to narrow it down, it would be between the 2, 4, and 6. But we're going the safety route, and we've got several in the first leg.
Okay, and I take it, of course, Darryl, you're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I agree with Darryl. Making a Scene, I do believe that she'll be better over the 1,800-meter trip, and she's taken on the Colts in her last 2 starts. So she's a definite runner. The 3-year-old All Aglow, it's the first handicap debut, but she won a very good maiden in a weakish field, but I think she's got more to come. And then Lady Amherst, as Darryl said, the form lines are standing up strong and must have a big chance. If I can throw one more into the equation, Fault Flower, the top weight, I think she's progressive and she can feature in this race.
All right, so we're going to go wide. First leg of the pick six, we'll put those numbers up. We'll go wide. We'll put it up later. But first leg open, they are betting 92 the field, so not an easy race as far as the first leg of the pick six is concerned. And you're right, you don't want to go out the first leg. The second leg of the pick six, let's go there. This particular event is the WSB 10,000 deposit match Apponaut handicap over 2,400 meters. And don't look back, they're betting around 22 to 10 and 7 to 2 African Adventure, whom I believe, after listening to Joe Sommer on the Clock in the Gallop show, does seem to be very strong and well fancied, a very nice stayer as well. So let me go to Daryn. Daryn, how do you see the second leg of the pick six?
I'm looking towards the horses with the lighter weights. It is a 2,400 meter race, so I do believe that Don't Look Back is very well handicapped. Even though he's gone up 20 points in the merit rating in his last 4 starts, he comes into this race with 53.5 kilos, and he's going to enjoy the stand-side track at Turffontein. He takes time to unwind, but he's got a really good finish, and he'll be running at them late. Another to consider, Odd Rob. On that Java handicap win, beating African Adventure, he's now 4 kilos better off at the weights. So he might have the edge over this trip on African Adventure. And then talking about African Adventure, he is better over the marathon trip of 3,200 meters, but he will be staying on strongly at the finish. And I do see him running into the first 3 places. Another one to consider is Smoking Hot with bottom weight. She seemed to lose a length or 2 at the start, but she'll be running at them late and could run into the quartets.
Okay, so Smoking Hot will add the 10 into the pick six. Darryl, anything you want to add, or are you happy with that summary?
Yeah, Clyde, I just believe this race is a little bit more wide open than what the betting suggests. Don't Look Back's gone up in the weights, and you can see his average merit races in the past have been in the lower 70s, and he now takes a big step up in class. So I just want to touch on one other horse, Tyrus Express. He's 1 from 1, albeit at dead ease with the blinkers, but I do believe he's getting better with racing, and I do believe the blinkers have added a length or two to him, so he's going him up at 6'2".
Okay, so we won't leave that out either. The third leg of the pick six, of course, is the second leg of the Triple Tiara, and it's the Wilgeborst Drift South African Fillies Classic. And all of the rage guys, War of Athena. I see they're betting, what are they asking, 1 to 3, something like that, there or thereabouts, and then you can get almost double figures everything else. So if betting's anything to go by, and the filly that we know that she is, it does appear to be a one-horse race. Somebody did say to me that they're not sure that she could stay the 1,800 meters, and I looked at him a little bit funny to say, well, why not? And there was a bit of doubt, but I don't think there should be any doubt. I mean, this should be a one-horse race. So, Darryl, let me ask you.
Clyde, in the Guineas, they stretched it out a bit. The stable companion made a little bit testing. Now she's going to 1,800. I don't believe they're going to do that, because they're not going to stretch them out over the extra furlong. They'll go a little bit slower, and her turn of foot will get her home in a class. She's definitely the horse to beat. But Sparkling more better than what her current rating suggests, because she is unexposed. So if you're looking to take exactas and trifectas, I'd focus on Banker, War of Athena with Sparkling Heart and Miss Elegance. I only see those two filling in the minor positions.
Minor money, okay. Daryn, one-horse race, right?
Yes, definitely one-horse race. I think she'll win comfortably. My second choice is Miss Elegance. She is looking for the trip. I think she'll be a better horse over 1,800. And I think that Miss Elegance is a better place bet than War of Athena, a win bet at about 8 to 10, first 3. Sparkling Water, thrown in the deep end, but she's got ability and she can fill the minor spots.
All right. Well, everybody's on the same page. One-horse race, we're napping War of Athena on the day. The World Sports Betting South African Classic is the second leg of the Triple Crown, and Mal Moose is the current favorite, I think around 15, 16 to 10, there or thereabouts. Catch 22 is at 5 to 2, and then I think it's 8 to 1 or 6 to 1 rather, about a horse called Second Base, which I know Daryn likes, has always liked as a horse. When I watched Catch 22 when they bumped the last time, and I looked at the race, I thought Catch 22 was a trifle unlucky. Daryn, how do you see it? The second leg of the Triple Crown.
Yes. Well, my first choice will be Second Base. I do believe he's a much better horse over the 1,800 meter trip.
You say that's your first choice, Second Base?
That is my first choice. At around 6 or 7 to 1. You can get even money at place. I do believe that he's the horse to beat. The 1,800 meter trip is going to suit him down to the ground. In the Guineas last time out, he got caught flat-footed around the 300, and he stayed on steadily towards the finish. He was only 2 lengths off Malmoose and a length and 3/4 behind Catch 22 on that occasion. So I think he's a definite runner, and he will be in the first 3. But Catch 22, I do believe he'll be better over the 1,800 meter trip. He was gaining on Malmoose the final 200 meters and almost got up to win. And then Malmoose, when he gets to the front, he's very hard to pass. He's a fighter, and he'll be right there involved in the finish. Yeah. If I could throw one more horse in, I would include Bingwa at a big price. I think he could be value for the trifectas and the quartets.
Yeah, well, that's value, all right, Bingwa. That would be a decent sort, no doubt, a heavy campaigner. And yeah, who knows, could be one that you might want to throw in. Darryl, just in your summary, just quickly on this race. Quality field, great field.
Yeah. Malmoose got the run of the race last time, Clyde. So had a beautiful lead from Bingwa. Everything went his way. Although he was a little bit exposed at the top of the straight, he fought on gamely. But the race doesn't stop there. There's several that finished right alongside him. So there's no reason that they're not going to be beaten too far today. So you have to throw in a few with him. There's a bookmaker offering 5 to 2. About that's a hell of a lot of value. And he's the roughie in the pack. But we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that will get us through this leg safely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll stick with those. Let's go to the 8th race on the card now. That's as we move in is the Ella Bella Hawaii Stakes, a grade 2, and of course got the green light. Is all the rage. Is a very, very good horse. He's a top class animal. Also heard Joe Soma chatting to the Clock in the Gallop show about this particular horse, and with all of the rain and interruption, etc. But he's got a lot of class about him. MK's Pride is 5-2, number 11. The one got the green light 4-1. 2 Cirillo is 7-1 in the market. 7-1 about number 3 Express from the US, and also 7-1 about number 9 Lady of Steel. And then you can get around 10-1 and better about the others. So how do we play the Hawaii Stakes now? Let's go to you, Darryl, first. I mean, what do we do in this particular event? They are, as I said, 5-2 the field.
We've got 4 horses in the pick seats. So, yeah, I'd actually personally go 2. I'm happy with Express from the US and the 3-year-old MK's Pride, who I really believe is a top sort in the making. Last time he impressed me. He got a lead, and he actually wasn't doing it up front himself. So I think if you can get a lead from the likes of Cirillo or the filly Milk Queen and just slotting behind them, he's racing fit. I think he'll take a power beating up the straight. But the horse I do have healthy respect for is Express from the US. He's 4.5 kilograms better off with Lady of Steel. And last time Stuart Pettigrew made it very clear that this is his target. So he must have left some meat on the bone. I think the white horse not a factor for him. He likes to be given a chance, and he'll be staying on very slightly. I'll make it between the 2 of them, but we've added in the class sorts in Cirillo, who I believe maybe Sean backed off after a hard campaign in the Cape. So I don't believe he's going to be coming into this race 100% spot on as with the likes of got the green lights. And I've thrown in Lady of Steel, who's certainly come back to her best. So for me, Express from the US and MK's Pride to fight it out of the year.
Okay, 3 and 11 for you with a couple of covers. So it doesn't sound like you're putting in got the green light. Darren, what's the story with your summary here quickly?
Well, my first choice is Lady of Steel. I know that she was handicapped to win last time out, but I believe that she's going to come on from that run. It was just good to see her back in form, and I think we're going to see the best of her this season. So Lady of Steel for me, from a good draw, I think she'll run an absolute cracker. The 3-year-old MK's Pride, the 1400-meter trip is his best trip. He impressed me last time out. He gave Forever Mine 3 kilos, and he ran away from him the final 150 meters to win a good race. So MK's Pride for the short list. Express from the US, only the wide draw to contend with. If he was drawn better, he would have been in my first 2 selections, but we won't exclude him from the pick 6. And then Cirillo got the widest draw of the lot. He's probably going to get across from the draw and go handy, and I think he'll be the horse to catch going through the 300-meter mark.
Okay, so what are we saying? Got the green light's going to need the run today? Are we taking that risk?
Clyde, he's got a lot of bigger fish to fry. He's not going to be cutting off over the 7 furlongs. So for me, he'll come on from this run.
Are you sure? I'm worried. Is it a good horse? This is a good horse.
He's a good horse, but he's had an interrupted prep. So
okay,
I think we're safe over here, Clyde. We're safe.
Okay, all right. Well, the last leg of the pick 6, which they're predicting a 5 million rand pool, is the WSB.co.za 104 handicap. And as far as the market's concerned, Darryl, Forever Mine is at even money, and they're betting 7-1 just bar Forever Mine. So looks pretty solid, and perhaps the final banker, or we can take our chances in the last leg.
Yeah, Clyde, we've given the weighted to win viewers of here an option of either banking or throwing some back. Because if you bank the dividends, if War of Athena comes home and Forever Mine comes home, we're not going to get a 100K pick 6 dividend.
Right.
Because then it's a 4-legged pick 6. So he is the horse to beat. I think his stable companion, now that Musie's got a little bit of a feel of batting of Trafalgar, he's going to go a little bit quicker, and Forever Mine might get a nice toe through. I think those 2 on the outside are going to be fighting it out. But Darren's thrown in 2 others. So the viewers, this is the choice. The ball lies in your court over here.
Okay, Darren, what do you say?
Well, I'm actually playing to beat Forever Mine. I do believe he's the horse to beat, but if we're going to look for a pick 6 payout, we're going to have to try and beat him. Okay. And this could be the leg. It is his second run after a rest. And, you know, a lot of horses can go flat second run after a rest. So it all depends on his well-being. And I think the dangers will come from a horse like Old Man Time. Very good last run over course and distance behind Timmy Cherry Run. And he is 3 kilos better off with a horse like 008 and 1.5 kilos better off with Battle of Trafalgar on that run. And then down to Zero, always been a decent sprinter, and he seems to have come back to best in his last 2 starts.
All right. Okay, well, if that is the case, well, then I think what we need to do is put those numbers up. Let's see if we can get it right. I'm going to just put this up for our viewers quickly, and they can have a quick look at this right now. There the pick six numbers are. First leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, boys. Second leg, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third leg, you're napping the 1. The fourth leg, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth leg, you're going 2, 3, 9, 11. You're taking your chances there. And the last leg, you can banker the 4 Forever Mine. You see on the top right for that, it cost 800 Rand. Otherwise, the backup is add 3, 5, and 10. If you're not happy bankering the 4, costs you 3,200. And that, of course, is depending on what sort of your budget's all about and how much you want to spend. You can take 5%, 10%, whatever you think you can afford on the day. So there are 2 choices. Banker the 4 at the back for 800 or cover at the back and take it for 3,200. That's basically where we're at right now as far as the Weighted to Win Express show. Guys, lovely having you on for our first time. Hopefully from here to bigger things and bigger things to come. And let's hope our viewers can go and bank for money. Thanks so much for your time this morning, Daryn.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thanks for having me, Clyde.
Thank you so much. See you all soon. All the best. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.